She looks a lot older. That's the girl. Like I found her mama page.
Yeah. Mm.
Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning, Artieka.
Why'd you laugh?
Like I've been sitting here talking to you for the last 10 minutes.
You made me upset. So I was trying to reset.
That's not hard to do.
Shut up.
This needs to come up, son.
You should have moved it then. I'm trying to pull up your notes.
Oh, okay. Minutes.
Merry Christmas Eve, everyone.
Yep.
Um, I think that I would have rather had a white Christmas than just a cold Christmas.
Yeah, man, it is freezing.
It's
And it's not in here, but here, period. It is cold.
I'm trying to pull up the weather. Last I refreshed, it was 9 degrees
Yeah.
outside.
That's the last I saw too.
It's now 8 degrees outside, and it feels like -6.
And yo, it's not even the coldest. And it's not a Georgia thing. It's like it's just cold. Like, I talked to my mom this morning, and she was like, "It's really
Oh, she
cold."
gotta go to work in
Yeah,
this.
she was like, "It's really cold." I was like, "I know, mama." And when my mama say something is cold, it's cold.
Well, nah, it used to be really cold when I first met your mom, where she used to work, and she'd always be hollering about how cold it is when she worked at that bank.
Yeah,
Wasn't it a bank?
it was something. It's an empty
Merry
building.
Christmas, Gail.
Merry Christmas. Merry
Um,
Christmas, you filthy animal. I like that movie. I was gonna watch it last night, but I was like, nah, I didn't want to.
Unfortunately, last night with it cold, we let both kids sleep with us.
I
Lily didn't want to go to sleep.
Lily did not want to go. I don't know when she went to sleep. I know I went to sleep before she
You
did.
did. At one point, Lily was just rubbing my back like
Was
this.
she?
I was like, oh my God, just go to sleep, girl. She was singing.
Man,
She
she's singing
started
her heart out.
she started counting.
Did she?
Yeah, she was going through the alphabet in the wrong order. She was just saying whatever letter she was thinking of at the time.
Man,
And then she started rubbing my back. I was like, Lily, this is weird. Could you please
was all the
stop?
lights out?
Yes. It was completely silent in that
Me and
room.
Quad just out of there.
Nah, he kept getting up
Did
too.
he? I'm just out of there.
Yeah, you was out.
Why she wasn't missing? She was like her, like literally, her feet was on my back at one point.
I don't know. At one point I literally just threw my arm across her like this and was like, just lay there. And then she started rubbing the top of my arm like this.
She was just sleepy and didn't know how to do.
She could not calm herself down. I think it was too exciting for her that she wasn't sleeping in her own
Yeah,
bed.
yeah.
But
I couldn't find her. Like at one point, like, cause I don't like when she sleeps directly under me, but she didn't sleep directly under me. Like I think it was when you woke me up and stuff, and that scared me.
no.
And I couldn't
Y'all,
find her. I didn't want to roll over.
so the reason we let Lily sleep with us is because we put a space heater in our room. Um, because our heat Lily's room and Quad's room are directly above our garage. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to regulate the temperature in their rooms. And so we put space heater in our room, didn't want to put a space heater in a kid's room, not knowing what the kid is doing.
Yeah,
So at one point I woke up in the middle of the night sweating. And
yeah.
I was like, Tommy, you gotta adjust this space heater. I'm gonna die in here.
I was just like, man, have it on hot.
He was like, turn it all the way up. What size to go to? 85? Put on 85.
Yeah, it cut off when it gets to 85.
I was like, I am dying. It is 77 degrees in this
Yeah,
room. Turn
yeah.
it off.
Man, that was too funny, man. But then you go downstairs, you like, man, I need a coat, jacket, uh, uh, bogging on, and boots and everything, man. It was cold down here. I gotta figure out
The heat.
the heat thing, you know, like how to fix this thing because it don't warm like I want it to.
I get
But
it.
crazy enough, we're going through this. I don't know. They like some people call it a winter storm. Others just call it a really cold day.
I
Um,
think it's actually a storm surge because that's why it dumped so much snow in a lot of
yeah,
areas. We just were on the ending of it and didn't get any
right.
precipitation.
I don't see how the people up north like this is regular for them.
Like this is a normal winter day.
Yeah,
What they're experiencing it is extreme winter.
right. Like I don't like no.
My
This is not what I want to live through.
so I work from home, but we all talk to each other a lot,
Yeah,
like throughout the workday. And my boss was telling me that was it felt like no, it was negative like 15. It felt like
yeah,
negative 30 or something like that.
yeah.
And she was saying that her
15 degrees. Yeah,
her daughter still had to get up and go to work. I was like, does not compute in Southern.
right. They start getting to the one digit stuff, and I'm like, so everybody just at home today?
Like single
Like,
digits
what we
being
doing?
rooted. The last single digit day I can remember was during the polar vortex.
Yeah,
And that's been almost a decade ago.
yeah, that's crazy. Um,
Good
this is
morning, Didi, since I didn't say
yeah.
anything.
Good morning, Dee Dee.
15 degrees in Alabama. This almost makes me wish we were at the house in Alabama.
No, it don't, man. Cause shoot, I don't know if that thing got that thing definitely don't have no heat.
Yeah, no, it's not any gas in that thing at all. We gotta fix that.
Yeah. Um. No, man. Just like just to think of how crazy it is for me and what
Hmm.
I'm thinking about when it comes to okay, well, we got to do this, we got to do that, and I'm calling my friends that live up north. He's like, yeah, just do this, or this is fine. Just only thing you're doing it for is so your pipes won't freeze. Like for me, pipes freezing, it's like, oh, we got to worry about that.
My I didn't talk to her about it this winter, but remember that winter, I think it was the polar vortex. It snowed like 3 or 4 inches,
Yeah.
and I was working in Atlantic Station.
Mhm.
One of my old coworkers is from Detroit, and she was telling me, she was like, What's wrong with y'all's homes is y'all don't have the heated pipes."
Yeah.
She was like, "That's why our stuff doesn't freeze. Our houses are built with the pipes that heat up." And I
Yeah.
was like, well, why would we have those
Yeah.
when the cold is like we vividly remember every cold winter.
Right.
Like we're like the ice storm of 94.
Yeah.
Remember it.
Yeah.
Polar vortex. Got it etched in my brain.
Right. Right.
I can't remember any year in between those that it got
Nah,
down
because
to the
they
single
they
digits.
wasn't significant.
It didn't happen.
They were not significant. It was just another day.
Right. Like we scream going outside when it's 35 degrees.
Yeah.
We'd be like, "Whew, cold out there."
Cold. Y'all just be outside in shorts and t-shirts. Like, man, it's warm. Like, nah, I just, it's something that we're dealing with now. And they keep talking about this a generational thing. I feel like my generation has been through a lot.
I'm sick of these generational
Like, can we
things.
have some normal stuff, man?
Right.
Like, we don't want to go through no more. Like, we got the polar vortex was the generational thing. We like what the thing that happened in 2008, the financial thing. The country went something, I don't know what they call it. Starts with an R. You know what I'm talking about?
Recession.
Yeah, that's it. We had the recession that was like the Great Depression, and then this like COVID. Like it's like, bro, like give us a break.
Right.
Save some stuff for the later generations, man. But nah, it's just crazy seeing all the people around the world New Jersey is 7 degrees. I wonder what it like. What's
The wind chill.
the wind chill like? What is really
And
like?
what part? Well, I won't say what part of Jersey. You might not want to give that information. But my best friend is from Jersey. She's not home right now. She's in the state she lives in, but she's always like talking about the cold weather back
Yeah,
at home and how it's very similar to where she lives in Maryland.
yeah. Um, yeah, man. It's like looking at a wind chill now. Like we never did that. Like that's the biggest conversation for us in the South is, oh man, it's weather. What's your what's the
Mhm.
degrees and stuff?
What's the feels like?
Right. When we talk about people getting snow and stuff, you're like, golly, man. But few things I want to bring up before we move on to the other thing. Feels like -9 in New Jersey. Oh my goodness. Oh, in New York.
Omaha was 4 degrees yesterday. Feels like -9 in New York. This is not the
Sheesh.
norm. Mm-mm.
It's not.
No,
What's the norm?
they get cold, but they're not like -9 cold. I remember being in New York in like October and complaining about the cold in October. The wind has been howling the last few days. The wind has definitely like
Hey,
sound like some
the
wolves.
wind has made me get up and check my house. I done got up a couple times and be like, what is that? You know? Um now did you guys see the reporter in Iowa? Did you see
Mm-mm.
that video? Dude, like basically reporter is a sports reporter in I don't know what city in Iowa. Honestly, I didn't know Iowa had cities. It's South Des
How
Moines.
you didn't know it
Is it
had
is it
cities?
Des Moines?
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
I think it's how you say Des
Des
Moines.
Moines. Um that's the only thing I know about Iowa. That's the capital, ain't
Probably.
it?
I'm sorry. I'm just getting bad news left and right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, the Iowa reporter. So he was a sports reporter.
Hmm.
And they basically canceled his part for him to go outside in the snow. He was like, they want me out here, and I'm paraphrasing, guys. Go watch the video. The video is hilarious to me. He was like, they want me out here, and they're gonna keep coming back to me every 10, 15 minutes, seeing me get more mad, more angrier and angrier. And
Hmm.
at one point he was like, can I just go back in and do what I would usually do? Uh the dude, the newscaster on the inside asked him, how is the weather or how you feel? He was like, I feel the same that you act the same as you asked me 8 minutes ago. It's like it's like this dude does not want to be here.
Yeah. Real feel is 3 degrees.
Man.
Like, how you know
My
that
thing
it
is,
feel like -9?
right.
Why do we know what that feels like?
Like the thing is, where's this weather come from? Like what's causing
Global
this
warming.
um this weather?
Global warming makes everything. It's the reason for everything. It's why the
Yeah.
summers are hot, why the winters are cold.
But you know how all the other things make sense, right? Like or tornadoes is where the cold weather meets the hot weather and it causes
And it
a cyclone.
swirls. Hmm.
Um Hurricane, same thing, it's just on water.
Hmm.
Um them the only two I know of. Earthquakes is just the ground shifting.
Yeah, the plates.
Yeah. Volcano, I don't know what make volcano. I just watched something on Netflix too. It was a volcano erupted in New Zealand
Hmm.
in 2019, I want to say,
Hmm.
and people were on the island. You remember that? Yeah, people were on the island, man. That's I was like,
I
and there was
remember
some survivors.
I remember I believe it was Dre was in Hawaii and they kept getting like the sirens that a volcano was about to
Yeah,
erupt and he was like there freaked out for a little bit.
man. I was watching the thing on Netflix, freaking out. It's like, oh my goodness.
My mom actually bought me back some
It's been 70, 80 degrees before now. You're right. At the beginning of the month, it was 70, 80
yeah,
degrees.
because I almost killed my plant
Yeah.
because it was like 73 degrees one day, and I was like where I have my I have a vine plant, and where I have it doesn't get as much sun as I would like. So I was like, oh, I'll just go sit it outside on the deck. It's 73 degrees. Well, I didn't look to see what it was going to be that night.
Yeah.
And like it got outside and it got like a cold shock. And I
Yeah.
had to bring it in and nurse it back to health. It's
Man.
just now starting to bounce back. And this has been almost a month.
Man, this thing is crazy though, man. I'm like, golly.
Last Christmas was really warm though. I
Last
remember
Christmas
us
was warm.
sweating
Yeah.
in our flannel pajamas.
Yeah. I was like, I remember going outside in t-shirts.
Because we were at my mom's house last Christmas,
Yeah.
and I had to go pick up my aunt, and all of us were like trying to get in line to get in the shower. And I
Right.
was like, I'll shower when I get back. I just left to go get her in my Christmas pajamas. Cause she had started calling us super early that morning, trying to figure out who was coming to get her.
Yeah. Oh. The Browns also had activated a cold weather thing, what it's called? Cold weather allowance. So they allowed them to, I think it was a 20-ounce thermos. Because when you come in, you can't bring stuff in there. So they're allowing certain things to help keep people warm. I'm like, how many people really gonna go out to a Browns game? That's one. And two, how many people just gonna go out into a game?
If you bought them tickets, some people would be like, I'm putting on myself. Like I think about when I went to President Obama's inauguration.
Yeah.
It was cold, right? I was in DC. I was going to this inauguration,
Yeah.
cold
Yeah.
or not. So we just put on a whole bunch of layers. I think I had on like 3 pairs of pants, 4 shirts. I had the little hand warmers, the ones that you shake up and they get warm.
Yeah.
I had those in the top of my Ugg boots. I bought Ugg boots on the trip.
Yeah.
Put those in the top of the Ugg boots. I had them in my pockets, and then I had extra packs of them for when the heat died down in those. And I think we got outside about 4 or 5 a.m. and we didn't come back to my friend's mom's house until like 12.
Yeah. Man,
So we were out for some hours.
yeah, that's just something me.
I was just
I
trying to celebrate a historic moment.
I watched it.
I was there. I had the opportunity to be there. We had the tickets.
Yeah.
I was like, we're doing this.
I didn't move. I remember what I was doing. I watched it for we was in college. Did we have cable? Yeah, we had cable. And I just sat there and watched it.
I was like, man, this makes sense to me. I'm going. I had the opportunity to go where all we had to do was pay for rent the vehicle, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5 of us that went in together on the rental.
Yeah.
One girl's mom let us stay at her house because her mom lives in Silver Spring.
Where is it? It's on the where the Capitol is, right?
The inauguration.
Yeah.
Yes, not far from. It's where the reflecting pools
That's
are.
where TSU. That's where MLK did his speech, and Abraham Lincoln. My guy.
All that's up there.
Yeah.
You've been there.
Yeah.
It was a really good experience, Dee. It was cold, definitely, but like it was one of those things that I'm happy to say that I did. And if I ever had another presidential candidate that I like felt very strongly about, I would do it again. But I would want to do it with my children.
Yeah.
As opposed to just going the way that we did.
Yeah.
But it was a really nice experience. We did the whistle stop train tour where like the he's now the president, but vice president then, Joe Biden and President Obama took the train in and they stopped at different places. And
I didn't know they did that.
We got to hear President Obama speak there.
Yeah. So y'all followed him on the train?
No, like we found
Oh,
the stops.
and he
So
spoke
we
at the stop?
yeah, he stopped it. They spoke at the stop. So we just stopped at one stop
Yeah.
and we heard him speak there. Of course, we were at the actual inauguration. We caught glimpses of the parade as we were going back to the train
This
station.
when TSU was there, right?
I didn't see TSU in the
Oh.
parade. That doesn't mean that they weren't there because I didn't see the
I
entire
may be
parade.
making it up.
I didn't see the entire parade.
Yeah.
Um,
Who sung?
Morgan State's choir
Yeah.
performed at the train stop that we were at. Um, that was a really long weekend for them.
Yeah.
Like it was long for us, but I know it was super long for them. Um, what else did we do? That was my first time going out in DC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went to it was this huge club. Like I don't know why this club was so big and they had like different rooms. So like we hung out in the hip hop room and the go-go room.
Yeah.
But we were kind of back and forth. We met up with Nisha there.
Did you?
Yeah, because Nisha didn't come with me.
Mm.
But yeah, it was really, really fun. And I would do it again. Like I would want to be able to take my babies, or I should say, have my babies take me because I would like for them to also be doing it
Yeah.
when they're able to vote
Yeah.
and things like that. Um, but yeah, it was a good experience.
Yeah, I had a great experience too, Didi. I had my drink. At this
What were you
time,
drinking?
what was it, 2008?
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't have my drink. I
Well, it's
had
actually 2009 because we came here.
2009. Where was we living? No, I didn't have my drink. But I definitely had my stuff. And yeah, I sat down in front of the TV, man, and just watched it. Switched the channels a little bit, just see different angles and stuff like that. And then did my thing, my thug thizzle. Saw the parade and everything, and I was warm. Had my feet just rubbing up against each other, doing my thing. Um, I thought that was amazing though
What?
to see be able to see. I always thought like, okay, remember what you did, remember where you voted, remember how did you celebrate and stuff like that, because this is a part of history that will be talked about.
One
And
day our children will ask us questions
yeah,
about it, kind of like how you were sitting there talking to my mom about
Martin Luther
the
King.
riots after Dr.
Yeah.
King was killed, because she can vividly remember it,
Mm-hmm.
even though she was a child still.
Yeah.
She was old enough to have that memory.
Like that's the crazy part about life, I guess you can think
Mhm.
of. It's like it's moments, and because with me, you ask me something, it's maybe or maybe not.
It's usually a miss.
I may be making some stuff up on my recollection, but like just certain things that happen that you remember, like with the COVID thing, I was like, okay, check mark that you remember everything that you can think of. Where was you? When did you go home? What was the time period? How was it? What was you thinking? How did you feel and stuff like that? Because Lily was less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
And when she asks about it or something like that, I can go back and be like, okay, this is what's going on. This is what happened. You know, me and your mom really got into YouTube. um, so a
Speaking of
lot of
YouTube, I felt like this week I've watched YouTube until YouTube went off. Ain't that what Lenny Williams
that's what
said?
he
I watched
said.
television until television went
Yeah.
off. Like they suggesting videos to me that's like 4 and 5 years
Yeah.
old. I'm like, ain't nothing new in the
You gotta
algorithm.
start creating some new ones, man.
I don't want to watch stuff I made.
I do. You don't never go back and watch the stuff you made.
I mean, I'm not gonna create something to watch it tomorrow. I
I
need now.
I create to watch it.
It's my money and I want it
That's
now.
funny, man. I'm gonna put my VR video up. Now, what was we talking about? Oh,
Historic
historic
times.
times. Yeah, man. That was amazing. I can't wait to the second person, the second black person. runs, or we get a
Not
woman
runs, you mean wins.
win, yeah, or we get a woman in office. I feel like women leaders are just as good as men leaders.
If not better.
I mean, it's. I think it's a person
Well, I'm
thing.
talking about leadership in general, not politics.
Oh, I don't have one way or the other. I would. That's one thing that I would never be,
What?
a woman leader.
You will not. You are
that
absolutely
is
right
that is
about
one
that.
thing that I can't say that I aspire to be. You know, um, but to each his own. Yeah. Anyway, talking about other things.
Tammy made me some notes over here.
Yeah, moving right on down the list.
I'm texting my sister.
It's Christmas weekend.
It is Christmas weekend. We have not wrapped a single gift,
We haven't.
but that's normal for us.
Is it? No, it's not. This is not normal. Usually we have stuff under the tree.
No,
It's nothing under the tree.
last year.
The tree don't even light up like it's supposed. It cuts off at 11 o'clock.
Because who down here at 11
I
o'clock?
am.
The person that cares about the tree being lit up is not down here at 11
She
o'clock.
don't even pay attention to it no more. We got to get more trees next year. Well, the year after next.
Yeah, I want at least 3 more trees.
We're gonna get. You need to go buy them.
I know. I'm gonna try to get out Monday and see if I can find at least 2 of them because I want them to be matching trees
Yeah. Um.
for the fireplace.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to use that fireplace too.
That's gonna happen definitely in 2023.
Yeah. Um. That's terrible.
What?
Everywhere we lived that had a fireplace, we just didn't use it.
And there was always one winter that we were like, we're gonna use the fireplace
Right.
this year, and we
Right.
never.
Never used it.
But it was because we were renting, and I didn't want to spend money to get somebody to come and check it out to make sure that everything was the way that it was supposed
Yeah.
to be to use it.
Yeah.
So,
Um.
but no, we did not wrap Christmas gifts last year until Christmas Eve. And I thought that we would keep that same tradition going this year so that Lily does not go under the tree and unwrap all the gifts.
Yeah. I don't think Lily would have did it this year.
I think she would have.
Man, but the crazy part is, or the thing that I've been trying to like figure out, because growing up, we had like my parents like would put the stuff out. Like we had wrapped gifts that other people had given us. Unlike this year, people like just send the gifts and we have to wrap it. But they would have our toys and stuff just all around the living room. And I've been like, how do we do this? Do we do that like we were growing up, or do it like how you were growing up, just with everything wrapped up?
Everything wasn't wrapped growing up.
Or was it you had some stuff that was out?
Well, I don't remember really young Christmases,
Yeah.
but the Christmases that I can remember, a lot of times she would just hand me the stuff, or like she always let me open up something on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And because
Yeah, we had that rule too.
my mom was one of those people that didn't give surprises.
Yeah.
So I knew what I had for Christmas. So when she said, "What you want to open on Christmas Eve?" I could like,
Just tell her.
I'd be like, "Give me my bobbit." So I got bobbit one year. I don't even know what all Lily has gotten for Christmas because things that people have mailed to us, I've literally just put it up.
Yeah.
There's been some boxes that have come, like my aunt sent boxes and I wasn't expecting them.
Yeah.
So I did open those and I've put those in my closet
Yeah.
that Lily doesn't know.
I have
that
no
they was
clue
there.
what these kids have gotten.
You bought something. You bought something for Quad.
I was like, I don't even know what I bought. She's like, go get it, man.
Yeah, the gifts for Quad was literally, I just showed you 3 different things on the aisle, and you was like, buy all 3 of them.
Yeah. Because he don't know what is going on. But
Mm-mm.
Lily does.
Yeah.
She's
She's probably gonna wake up and say, "It's Christmas."
she probably not gonna know that it's Christmas until we tell her, hey, it's Christmas, Merry Christmas, yay. And call everybody and video chatting everybody.
Yeah. This cold weather makes me sad because her big gift,
Yeah.
she got a Jeep for Christmas and it's cold.
Yeah. And she ain't gonna be able to drive it until later this week, or
We might be able
the
to let her get
weekend.
out Monday.
Yeah, maybe. But
Because because it'll be in the 40s.
Yeah. So I've been trying to figure out what to do with that. It's like, do I mean, I'm gonna put it together, but do we show her or
We,
we keep it under wraps until we know that hey, she can get in it and drive?
mm,
Um,
happy holidays, Norette. I hope I'm saying your name correctly.
yeah. Um, but yeah, man, it's like I don't even remember like what was like the most memorable Christmas gift.
mm, I remember one year I got a computer, like a desktop.
Yeah,
One year I got a laptop.
yeah,
I was with her when I got the laptop because we were in Sears
yeah.
of all the stores, and Sears had a
She said, "You said, how did you say it?"
Norette.
Norette.
I say yes. I like getting people's names correct.
Norette. I was messing your name up.
Sears, we went in there and they
I'm
had an
sorry.
open box aisle like
Yeah,
Best Buy does, and there was a laptop on the open box aisle. It had never been open, like it wasn't even ones that was like factory reset. Like everything was still in place. The
yeah.
seal had just been broken,
Oh, okay.
and she got me that.
Oh, that's dope. Um, mine's a little simpler. It's a bike.
I don't remember the
My
Christmas I
first,
got a
it
bike.
was it was my first big boy bike.
Hmm.
And so it's funny because me and my sister got one,
Hmm.
you know. So I remember where it was at near. It was right in front of the door. It was my bike and her bike, and I thought my bike was her bike because hers was blue and pink or purplish,
Hmm.
and mine was like a similar color, but it wasn't pink.
Hmm.
And so I got on hers because it was the bigger bike, and you know,
It's interesting that her bike was bigger than yours, and y'all are like
yeah.
right there
Well,
in
it wasn't
age.
bigger. It was like how our bikes are. You know,
Oh,
my bike looked bigger, but you know they the
they're the
same.
same size.
Yeah, but it was sitting by the door, and I was like, oh man, I was super excited. No helmet.
Cause we didn't wear helmets in the 90s.
I was laughed at that because it's like
Mine was a cassette player in the shape of an apple. I would have went wild for that.
cassette player in the shape of an apple.
I would have went wild for that. Like you got me the good one.
Right, right.
That's the one I
Oh
wanted.
man, I used to man that bike. Me and Steve
Hmm.
rode that bike. Like once we figured out my dad was gonna let us like just ride.
Hmm.
Oh man, we was
Did the
all
bike stay at your grandmother's
yeah.
house?
It stayed over my grandmama's house when we cause I got the bike when we was on Cane Lane,
Hmm.
and you know it stayed over my grandparents' house, and I rode that bike everywhere, man. I put some miles on that thing. I won't touch my bike now, but
Terrence used to ride my bike. I had a white, pink, and purple bike, streamers on the side. You remember the show Drugs Inc? Remember those apartments?
yeah.
He used to ride them from my grandma's house back towards those
Oh, really?
apartments. Yeah,
Hey, he was moving.
I mean it wasn't that far from my
It
grandparents'
seems
house.
like it's far,
It wasn't that far. Like it
man.
was maybe a mile and a half. But he used to ride my bike back there, and
Yeah.
just imagine like this a Teddy Ruxpin bear.
What is that?
Let's
I
Google
heard
it.
of a Ruxin bear.
Teddy Ruxpin
Um, I'm trying to
bear.
think. What else did I get? Oh, okay. What else was it, man? It's something like the Hot Wheels race car thing. I used to love them joints. I used to get one every year. Seemed like. Um,
Somebody is selling this Teddy Ruxpin bear for 129.99 on eBay.
how much was it when it
I don't
came
know.
out?
Other people are selling it for reasonable prices,
Oh,
like on Macari and Poshmark. But eBay, for some reason, think they finna get 130 for it.
because
Poshmark is like 21.
what's Poshmark? This is just the
Um,
place where they make bears.
no, Poshmark is where you can sell your
Oh,
things.
I'm completely wrong.
Like if you wanted to sell this hoodie, you could be like, Tennessee Aquarium hoodie retails for $49.99. I'm selling it for $18.50.
Yeah. Slightly worn.
They
Still
have they have
still
categories.
warm.
They have like new with tags,
Yeah.
new without tags, used.
Yeah. Man, but the I brought that up, the gift thing up, because I just want to go on protest that dads get the worst gifts at Christmas.
Do you?
Yeah. Like as I gotten older, because I told me and TJ was talking about this last week. As I've gotten older, like your gifts are great. You know, it's most of the time it's stuff that I've thought about and mentioned to you or whatnot. But I started getting socks, t-shirts, and drawers.
But don't you need those
I do
things?
need those, but everybody else get, you know,
What toy do you want?
man, I will go
You ain't
for
named one yet.
look, I can go for a new microphone, them SMB7s.
Okay, so let's compare and contrast.
Yeah.
I spent $19 on a toy for Lily.
Also, it's the price. Okay. All right. Well, I could go
Cause
for
cause I know that the microphone you want is at least 3 digits.
yeah, like okay, check this out. I could go for a new Xbox controller. I could get a new headset. This is all under $100.
This is the first time you've mentioned we're not buying each other Christmas gifts this year.
I've already gotten her a Christmas gift.
Oh, I didn't get him
See, that's what I'm talking
anything.
about.
Cause
Dads,
we agreed
dads
that
don't.
we were
Man,
not
come on,
buying
man.
Christmas gifts.
Okay,
Did
all
we
right,
not?
we did.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna give it to you then. I'm gonna spend it.
Sure. Um, but usually it's because you, speaking for you and my dad.
Yeah,
Should I put an S on that to say both of them?
your stepdad is he's tough.
My stepdad is a very tough person to shop for because if it's a high ticket item that he wants or a low ticket item that he wants, he doesn't discuss it. He just goes to buy it.
And then most of the time, that's how I am.
Right. That's what I was about to get at, is that you're the exact same way. Um,
But
Usually if I can catch you on something that you really want, like for example, was it your Father's Day gift
the
that I got you the
gun,
gun?
yeah,
That was
a
because
massage gun, guys. She didn't buy me a
I
gun.
mean it's okay if I bought you an actual pistol, but I didn't.
Oh,
The massage gun
it
that I
is okay to have
the
those.
massage gun that I got
I don't
you
want people to
was
know my business
because you had been mentioning that you wanted one, but I know you had not done the research
at
to
all.
figure out which
Yeah,
one you
no,
wanted. So I was able to intercept that
yeah,
and get it before you got down to I want this one that's 350. I'm
yeah.
like, nope, found one, works well. It was on the Amazon deal of the day.
That's
So
funny.
I got a good deal on it.
That's funny.
Got it delivered to the house.
But I mean, like you ain't the easiest person to shop for because you don't never want anything.
That's true.
I'll be like, you don't mention things you want. You don't buy anything that you want. You're really not into, like, you're into things, but it's like, is she really into it?
What do you mean? What does
Like,
that mean?
I don't like, I don't know, like your cricket thing, right?
Hmm.
Bought your cricket thing, bought all these things, but it's like, do I buy more of it or
I do
don't I?
need to buy some stuff for the cricket, but the place I don't need to buy it like for the cricket. I need to buy it to make something.
Well, I guess Christmas gifts aren't for dads.
What does that mean?
I told TJ, I was like, man, look, what you need to do, because he's like going all out for his girl and stuff. I'm like, what you need to do, buy one little gift, say Merry Christmas, be happy. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna be equal. Like you can buy. He was like, yeah, I bought this, bought that, bought this. I was like, bruh, one gift, tell them Merry Christmas, y'all be happy. Because you buy 4 or 5 gifts. 4 or 5 years from now, she gonna expect 4 or 5 gifts.
You've already told him that they're not gonna be
I
together in four or
and
5 years.
and it's
TJ is our little cousin who is freshly 18, and about to graduate from high school.
Yeah, I'm really proud of him. So
He's the big baby.
yeah, he's my big baby,
Yeah,
and I tell him that all the time.
and he probably be like, "Gone on."
Yeah, it's funny.
I always want time. Let's do lunch, dinner, or a movie or a trip. I actually want to start doing that. I think I want to not necessarily at Christmas, although the prices could be kind of down for the actual trip.
Yeah,
I want to start taking a cold weather vacation.
it's crazy. I think every time I think about a trip and wanting to do something, my birthday is February 12th.
The worst time
The
to
the absolute worst time to be trying to go anywhere, do anything. And it's funny because in college I didn't think about this. Because in
Mhm,
college I always threw a party. Me and Dub I
mhm.
always threw a party. One
Because
year
when is his birthday?
his birthday is the 18th.
Okay.
And so we would like usually my if my birthday is on a Wednesday, his is the following week, like a Tuesday or something like that. And so that Saturday, we would that math ain't mathing right there. But that Saturday we
I
would
don't remember what days you
the
said to.
12th and the 18th, I
No, I'm
think.
saying to say if the math was
Wednesday
mathing,
and Tuesday.
that would be right. That's 6 days.
Is it?
No,
No,
that's
that's
7 days.
yeah. Like yeah,
So his
it's
would be Monday,
anyway, his would be,
the next
days
week.
after mine. And so we would the weekend we would just do a double party.
Hmm.
It wasn't until I got out the college, got with you,
Hmm.
and was like, oh, it'd be nice to go on a trip. And I started looking at trips
Hmm.
and just the price increase on doing anything.
Hmm.
I was like, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, because that one year you wanted to do a cabin trip, and I was like, we could do it 2 weeks after your
Yeah,
birthday.
and it don't seem fair at that point.
Well, I get now caught up with spring break for my birthday.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't in
Which
the
is crazy
past.
because spring break, that's a late spring break, ain't it? In the past, spring break used to be in March.
Well, it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
For us here in Georgia, my birthday's not during spring break but for people who don't start school until after Labor Day,
Uh
my birthday is in spring
people
break.
do that?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know what the rationale for
Well, I
when they
remember my
start
uncle
school
saying
is.
something like that, saying something
It used
about
to
that.
start late for us because we
Did
used
it?
to get out of school in June.
Did we?
Yes. In Shelby County, Tennessee, we did. I don't know about y'all.
Man, that's one of those things I never paid attention to.
Yeah, we used to not get out of school until mid-June.
Ah,
So we started in September.
yeah. This conversation is hilarious to me. We gonna went everywhere.
That's fine.
But yeah, man, like it's just hard. Like I like going on trips and I want to do a cabin trip and stuff like that. Steve then went to a getaway thing, man. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd just be tough around my birthday, man.
Yeah, I've decided when we turn 40
Yeah,
that we're gonna do an in-between trip.
yeah. That's gonna be
Like
dope
in between my birthday and your birthday, which will likely be
in March.
when they're on spring break.
Yeah,
So they can go too.
yeah. That'd be dope, man. 40.
But
We
we'll
gotta start saving
iron
for
out
it.
all those details. No, not it's gonna be starting to pay on it.
Yeah,
Not just saving for it.
yeah.
Putting a deposit down.
I gotta get ready for my trip next year.
But
My guys' trip.
I want to do that because I would like to have a big 40th birthday celebration. I know it will be a little bit more difficult with so many of our friends having children, although most of our friends' kids are older than ours.
Yeah.
So they'll be in the position to leave kids
Mm-hmm.
back at home,
Yeah.
and we won't.
Yeah.
Ours got to go
It'll be all right. Find a nanny.
to. I'm going to take a nanny. Be like, Grandma, Mimi,
Yeah.
other grandma.
That's funny.
Which one of y'all want to go? Mimi would definitely go,
Mimi would go.
but maybe one of the grandmamas will go because my mama would absolutely be like, "Where are we going?"
My mom would probably at that point be, ready to go. I don't know what this love and support is because I ain't right that. But Tory Lanez was found guilty
Mm-hmm.
um of 3 felony charges. What do you, like? I pulled it up. What the charges were.
That's one thing I didn't look at.
Um, Not on my phone, but on the computer. So,
I'm gonna look it up now. You can keep
okay.
talking while I look
But
it up.
I don't know how to like. I don't like celebrating a person being found guilty of anything, right? Even if they did it or not. I feel bad for his family. I think
Hmm.
he has children because of the. He's gonna get sentenced and probably get sentenced for a while to be made an example of.
He was convicted of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharge of a firearm with gross negligence.
Ain't no
That was
and. Oh,
those
okay.
three charges.
So I was shocked too, Dee Dee, just because I knew it was enough confusion that they was gonna get a mistrial or a hung jury or something like that.
I did not think that. Okay, so I get why you say it was confusing,
Yeah,
but when you look at the facts that were presented,
yeah,
it doesn't look. It's not as confusing as it
yeah.
sounds, because now what I thought was going to happen was that I think I still think that Kelsey is going to get
Oh,
charged with
she
perjury.
perjured herself up there
Um
because she lied. She openly
she
lied. She
she
told
out
two different stories.
she outright was just lying. From September to December, you
she
got
told
amnesia.
she told two different stories, man.
So I'm waiting for Kelsey to get a perjury charge.
Yeah.
That's my big wait. But when you look at the details that were there, um, Kelsey said no, she did not shoot Megan.
Hmm.
But when they asked, did Tory Lanez shoot Megan, she didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
Um, it was something else that stood right out to me. Go ahead and say what
I
you're
was
gonna
gonna
say.
say the gunpowder not being his DNA not being on the gun,
Mhm.
but everybody else's DNA on the gun. I did that like for me that was like, how is that possible? If he shot her, you know. Then I was like, well, I know Megan wouldn't shoot herself and then cause all this riffraff.
Mhm.
Because if you shot yourself first, that's embarrassing. Secondly, what you do that for? You know, and then you're saying, hey, this guy shot me.
Mhm.
And you stuck with it for the last 2 years.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, she didn't shoot herself. So did the other girl shoot?
I don't know why Tory Lanez's dad was yelling at Jay Z. What his dad name?
His dad,
Sunstar.
his dad was yelling at
Yes, his daddy was yelling like, this
what?
is a miss something of justice, and Jay Z did this, and everybody was like,
I was wondering where
what?
that thing came from with Jay Z. Jay Z ain't did nothing, but
What? I'm trying to find what he said, and then his daddy's name is Sunstar.
his name is Daystar. What's
I
his
know.
son
I don't know. I don't even want to know.
name? Nightstar. The great grandson
He
name
was
is gonna be
yelling about
Moonstar.
hold on. It says his father. Okay, where is it? This is the worst miscarriage of justice that the world has ever seen.
No, it's
And I'm
not.
like, nah, it's not. Then he screamed at the camera, Beyonce and Jay-Z, you have children and you're making other people's children go to jail. Beyonce and Jay-Z were not in
They ain't have nothing to do
in
with
this
this.
trial. Beyonce's probably at the house like, excuse me, who?
Why you bringing up my name?
What did the Nene Leaks thing say? Now why am I in it?
That's crazy, man. It's just it was shocking to me, but it's I feel like the whole thing was stupid, you know, or what it was about was stupid. You know what I'm saying? I think the friend is like I wish they would stop saying Kelsey, whatever her name is,
Mhm.
former best friend of Megan Thee Stallion. And like just say Kelsey and move on.
Yeah, Didi, I guess she's a part of Rock Nation, but like specifically, what did Beyonce and Jay Z do?
Nothing.
It was
Nothing.
just like they was just yelling, and I'm like, he wasn't one of the jurors.
Yeah, that's funny, man. But I don't think. But I hope
He called the whole Rock Nation system wicked.
because he ain't getting paid from Rock Nation.
Jay Z, let me speak to you because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation deal with you, and Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
He just.
What is the snitch?
I mean,
Like Desiree Perez works
that's
for
who.
Rock Nation.
Yeah,
So I mean, I get he's tying in all these Rock Nation people, but that ain't got nothing
absolutely
to
nothing.
do with this trial.
Absolutely nothing. So
And I've been really upset through the duration of this trial because people, okay, you can call Megan a liar all you want to. Megan did lie. Not disputing that fact,
yeah,
right? However, people are acting like she deserved to be shot because of whatever shady dealings
hmm
she has had in her past. And I'm like, that says a lot about you as a person if you just think that she's supposed to get shot because
I wish they wouldn't bring up the good morning and Merry Christmas.
good
Bring
morning and
up
Merry Christmas, Tony.
the idea that she was basically having sex with all these different celebrities.
That has nothing to do with the bullet that's in her
It
foot.
it doesn't. And then the other thing that the immediate thought after that was, well, when we was 22, 23, 24 years old, we were having sex with a bunch of people.
My whole thing also was that I wasn't having sex with a bunch
Well,
of
I
people.
mean, like a lot more, like don't judge her for being 21, 22, 20. However old, she's under 25, I believe.
I don't know. None of that even matters to me because her body do what she want to do with it.
Right.
Again,
She ain't doing me.
precisely. However, it doesn't matter who she has or has not had sex with. The what we're on trial or what they were on trial for is to figure out if he did it or not.
Yeah.
Like that was literally all they were trying to find out was did Tory shoot Megan?
Yeah. Man, but
Nothing
it's
else.
it's just the wildest thing, man. Everything.
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what that noise is.
That's the coffee pot.
Oh,
Why is it
why is
on?
it so loud?
I don't know. It just
That's funny, man.
came on and
Look,
started
look,
warming up.
squirrel.
It just came on and started warming up. Like
Like, what is going on here?
I shouldn't say coffee pot because it's a Keurig.
Um, but yeah, man, I just feel like if like it's still questionable. Like I feel like the questions that I had wasn't answered. It's just okay, he did it, and to move on. But I just don't really understand why you would do that. You know, why does she have to get like? Would it be the same? You know, I know it wouldn't be as big if the roles were flipped.
Mm-mm.
If Tory Lanez got shot in the foot.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I had only heard of Tory Lanez before this trial, or before 2020. Didn't know any of his music. Still can't name a Tory Lanez song.
Yeah,
And if you turned it on, it was like you heard this before. I've tried.
yeah.
Trust me. I'm like,
No,
I don't know who this man is.
I
I feel
mean,
like Kiki Palmer. I'm sorry to this man, but I do not know anything about him outside of this case.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, he got it. So I guess we waiting on the sentencing now
yes, he
because
won't
it,
get sentenced until late January, and they have taken him into custody.
yeah. So it's like man, that's gonna be a tough one.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be a real tough one. Um, moving Memphis. This is it was a couple that we went to. I think Artieka, you didn't go to high school with them.
No, I've known Carl since we were 3.
Yeah. So she grew up with Carl. Um, Carl and Christina went to um college with us, went to UT. Um, Carl is best friends with one of my close homeboys. They have a TV show on HGTV. It's
Mhm.
called Move in Memphis.
Mhm.
You guys make sure go check it out. I think it comes on Thursdays.
We don't really know. The first
We don't.
episode came on the 22nd, and we can't find when the second episode comes
Yeah.
on as of yet.
So
HGTV is doing some random
it's doing
testing.
some random things. So whatever you doing, just record it and DVR it.
Yeah. They are renovating homes in the oldest black neighborhood in Memphis, which is
Yeah.
Orange Mound.
What they
Um,
say, 3 fingers up,
2 fingers round,
two
three
fingers, three
three
fingers
fingers
down.
down.
That's it.
Two down.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Orange Mile.
um, so
The great 8 ball MJG
yes,
from
it's
Orange Mile.
um it's been really exciting to be able to see this journey because they were renovating homes in Texas,
Yeah,
and now they've been able to come home to do it. We have a lot of people, I don't want to say in our inner circle, but people that we know and can get on the phone
yeah,
who are like in the home buying and home
yeah,
renovating business. And it's just been exciting to watch because it's like when you're trying to trying to figure out things, you don't have to just get on YouTube. You can call somebody and be like, hey,
yeah.
I'm trying to do this. What
Well,
do I need?
well, for me is I always want to celebrate people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely want to celebrate the people I know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it may not be. I'm a big person of support because when we first started doing YouTube and everything, we didn't get that type of support. We didn't get support from friends and family the way that I felt like we should, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And I had to grow to understand how support works.
Mm-hmm.
And so the smallest thing can be helpful. Like with this us me bringing up the fact that Carl and Christina has their show on HGTV. That's me showing, hey, I want you guys to go check out their show on HGTV. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's big. I think it's worthy of being supportive for. Um, and we all watch HGTV. Like,
I haven't watched as much of it lately
right.
because every time I start watching, I'd be like, "Ooh, we could do that," and then I'm like, "No, we can't."
But it's but I just think it's amazing. And Carl is a friend and Christina is a friend. And we that's support,
Hmm.
And so you
What did
guys
Deshauna say? The wild thing to me is that Meg didn't say a word about her shooting until Tory started running his mouth. Had he stayed quiet, he might be free, big dummy. The interesting thing is, as well, is his last tweet was something. Let me find it.
I didn't know that's how this started.
Yeah, because remember, she said that she didn't want to say anything because she didn't want him to um go to jail or get killed because that's what police do.
You shoot me, I don't care what happens to you.
He said, I'm going to leave this here one more time and watch how it ages. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. You sit and watch now and don't ever question the God I serve. This is my last tweet. The irony in that is that this is his last tweet.
Is it?
He's in custody facing 20 plus
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
This is his last tweet.
If yeah, I would be writing all type of songs, trying to put out music, everything.
He gonna be like Sean recording it on the phone.
State versus
It was a
tour.
state versus Tory. People are making it seem like Megan filed a suit against him.
I just thought
This
about
is the people
I just thought
versus
I just thought
Tory.
about Gucci Mane.
Oh, the
You
state
know,
versus Reggie
yeah,
Davis.
that's one of my favorite rappers.
But it's like literally people are really wanting to blame Megan, but Megan did not do any of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she was the victim in this. The LAPD is investigating a case,
Hmm.
and they are the ones that did this.
We
Like
can
that put this
we can
made
take
a case.
we can put down a big name.
I don't even
That's
think that
that's
that's.
I mean, like that's a big time case.
Mm-hmm.
Big time cases bring in more money. That's all I can assume.
I don't know how
It's
that
gonna
works.
bring in the media. It's gonna bring in this, bring in that. It's gonna bring in big more money. So that's the only thing I'm assuming. Um,
Dee Dee says she believes he's only going to do about 5 years.
I mean,
Probably so. He's going to do
probably
5 years and get deported.
yeah. I think he's gonna get deported. If he's not a citizen of the United States, he's gonna get deported because you can't come over here and commit crimes.
Hmm.
Um, what is this love and support thing?
I did put that in there.
Who put that in there?
Gotta be you.
I don't know. Anyway,
Is that a child?
I don't know. We at our hour.
Yeah, we are.
So, guys, I've had fun today. This is a great day to start my day. It's Christmas Eve. You guys, whatever traditions you guys do, enjoy them. And
Mm-hmm.
we enjoyed y'all today. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa.
I'm gonna say we'll be back before the new year.
Yeah, we'll be back next. Yeah, the New Year's Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back next week. Um, y'all have a
Your
great.
dog took the most violent poop on my porch this morning. It's peeling the paint. What?
We don't have a dog, but okay.
Can he still tour in the U.S. after this? Probably not, because he's gonna get deported and can't come back in.
So yeah, because he to tour you have to have a like a working thing, right? A working visa.
Yeah.
Anyway, we finna get on out of here, guys. Love you guys, appreciate you guys, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Peace.